Hello everyone, welcome back again. Today we are going to discuss our important life lesson topics. So before we start the topics, I would like to ask you a question. Have you ever experienced a situation where you shared something and people understood completely different? It happens. If your answer is yes, then I would say yes, many times in our lives we experienced such a इंसिडेंट. बहुत समय हमारा ऐसा होता है कि कुछ दोस्त और कुछ में भी आर रिलेटिव्स हमसे नाराज हो जाते हैं, और या हम किसी से नाराज हो जाते हैं कि आपने ऐसा क्यों बोला. बट व्हेन वी सिट टुगेदर एंड डिस्कस about the things, then it will clear, no, I doesn't mean, मेरा ऐसा मतलब नहीं था. So why it happens? It happens because of poor communication. You can understand how communication, even clear communication, is important in our day-to-day life. If someone is good communicator, then he or she can solve the problem. They can handle the situation and build a good relationship between their family or friends. So that's why a clear communication is very important. So today I would like to share a real life experience. I would like to share a real life experience story that is written by Sudha Murty ji. So that the incident I am going to tell you, that is the related of Sudha Murty ji's life. And so let's start. The topic or the story title is How Telegrams Were Bad. So let's start. First, Sudha Murty ji explained her childhood life, because the story is related to her childhood life story. So let's start. She had a best friend named Lata, and they were very close since they grew up together. And when they grew up, the times comes to choose career. So Sudhaji moved to Pune, pursue her career, while Lata stayed in her hometown. And that time, occasionally they meet when Sudha comes in her hometown. One day, suddenly, Sudha Murty ji got a telegram. Because those days, telegrams and letters were the good media of communication. Because phone were too expensive those days. And you know, telegrams that was associated with some bad news or that made people anxious. One day, suddenly she got telegram. and read the message. Father expired, sent by Lata. Suddenly she shocked. She sat on the floor and started to cry. His colleagues gathered around and offered help. Someone helped to book ticket, someone helped to get leave from office. And as soon as she started her journey towards her hometown, the situation was so disheartening. Throughout the journey, she couldn't stop think about her father. What could have happened? His father was too hale and healthy. That she reached her hometown. When she entered the gate of her house, her heart was to started pounding. She felt restless and feel too quiet. Everything was same, but there was his father was not there. Her eyes were full of tears. And suddenly something happened unexpected. She heard a familiar voice. And with a second, his father came in front of her. And he welcomed her warmly and said, I knew you would definitely come. Even she is your friend and cousin as well. She shocked. What you are talking about? His father said, I am talking about Lata's engagement. Tomorrow, Lata's engagement. So I knew you. That's why you came here. She couldn't understand what was happening. She asked his father, why did you do that? Why did you tell lie? And why you sent the message like that? His father shocked. His father amazed. What message? Telegrams? What telegrams? Then she saw telegrams. His father read and smiled. Said, I understood what happened. Actually, Lata's father was sick, so yesterday his father was expired. And Lata sent the message. There was one word missing, mine. She should write, my father was expired. So the my word was missing in this message. So that's why it creates a confusion and the situation was happening like that. So that was the communication. So now you can understand why clear communication is so important in our lives. So always we try to develop our communication skills. And first thing, why I chose these topics. So one thing I would like to explain you. The learning. There is English learning we need to apply all process. Storytelling is the good process where we can speak. आपको पता है कि इस लैंग्वेज को सीखने के लिए हमें लिखना, पढ़ना, बोलना और सुनना सभी तरह का प्रैक्टिस करना जरूरी है. So storytelling is the good way, because many times we always complain and we have always the problem, whom do we speak, where should we speak, where we find our partner for speaking. So हमेशा हमें यही शिकायत रहती है कि हम किसके साथ प्रैक्टिस करें, कहाँ से हम पार्टनर ढूंढें, और ये हमारा, और कहाँ से हमें इस तरह का सिचुएशन मिलेगा कि हम स्पीकिंग प्रैक्टिस करें. So really it's very difficult to always find a partner and practice with them. So that is the method we can apply and where we can speak. So that's why I chose the topics. So storytelling और story reading बहुत अच्छा तरीका है अपने इंग्लिश लर्निंग को इन्हांस करने के लिए. जब हम रीडिंग करते हैं तो हम सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर पर फोकस करते हैं, अवेयर होते हैं. जब हम लिसनिंग करते हैं तो हमें प्रोनाउंसिएशन सीखने का एक अच्छा और बहुत ही सरल उपाय है. और ठीक वैसे ही हमें स्पीकिंग जो हमने सीखा उसे अप्लाई करने के लिए स्पीकिंग प्रैक्टिस हमारे लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है. सो अब से हम कंप्लेन नहीं करेंगे कि हम किसके साथ प्रैक्टिस करें, हम खुद के साथ प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं. कोई भी स्टोरी हमने पढ़ा, फिर हम उसे नरेट करेंगे, हम उसे रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हैं, फिर सुनेंगे. सुनने से हमें खुद ही अपना गलती हम खुद से रेक्टिफाई कर सकते हैं. फिर हम दोबारा से कोशिश करेंगे सीखने के लिए. और कोई भी एक्सपीरियंस, एनी पास्ट इंसिडेंट and what you did all throughout the day, all those things we need to speak. तो चलिए अब आपका टर्न है. आप कुछ कोई भी, मे बी इट्स a small story, small incident, you try to explain it in your own words, and let's practice together. And if you find my video useful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. So see you again next video. Bye.